Sit the F down because season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta might be a really good season after all. And on that note, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Breaking News with G, an installment here on my channel where I talk all things under the Bravo sun. And in today's video, I want to discuss Phaedra potentially switching back from Married to Medicine to The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, it seems as if, to me, ROA producers are currently negotiating a Phaedra Parks return, and I will explain why. But first of all, as always, I have to give credits where credits are due. Obviously, there are a lot of rumblings going on in social media right now about who is coming back and who is not. But I got this specific part of the Phaedra story from the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to them. They write, Phaedra Parks says there's been some discussions about her returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Never say never. We'll see. The Neighborhood Talk writes, Neighbors, Phaedra Parks sat down with GQ for an exclusive interview about a current show she's on called The Traitors. You guys, you got to watch The Traitors. Phaedra is made for this show. It is so good. It cracks me up every single week. But anyways, but that didn't stop the interviewer from asking Miss Parks about the Real Housewives of Atlanta little reboot. Phaedra was asked, if they were to reboot the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who would you want on it? Would you go? She said, that's a discussion that's on the table right now. What table though? The negotiating table? The personal table with Andy, the table with the other co-stars maybe wanting you back as well. I mean, we've heard Kenya and Cynthia double down on the fact that Phaedra is great TV and that they would love for her to come back. But, you know, that's besides the point. She said that's a discussion that's on the table right now. Obviously, what has to happen is something to rejuvenate the cast. We saw with New York, people are loving that. And we've seen it with Miami going on hiatus and coming back. I think Atlanta has the chance to rebuild the stellar reputation it had when I was a part of it. Girl, the shade of it all. Because it was the Titanic and it sunk. Anyways, pull them back up. Never say never. There's been some discussions about me returning. We'll see. Y'all want Faye back on Housewives or like her on Married to Medicine? Listen, and listen clearly when I say this. Obviously, Phaedra to me is amazing television. What happened. It's been almost, 7 years of the Candy and Phaedra showdown. But I will tell you why production is probably in the headquarters right now on a Zoom with Phaedra negotiating a good piece of a check for her. Phaedra is very valuable to the network. She is a fan favorite. They have pushed her on Ultimate Girls Trip twice. They have pushed her to appear on The Real Housewives of Dubai. They have pushed her on as a full-time cast member on Married to Medicine, and that has been going fairly well. And they have taken interest in her so much so that she is starring in season 2 of The Traitors, a show very fitting for a housewife, especially for a housewife like Phaedra, okay? So, my suspicion, my theory is that either Phaedra is definitely going to stay on Bravo. I'm leaning towards that if they negotiate a good chunk of a check. I'm talking from 700K and up for Miss Phaedra Parks for a whole season of Atlanta. I think that she would say, okay, let's switch from Married to Medicine to Atlanta, because in my understanding, I believe, I don't know if it is still like that, the Married to Medicine cast gets about 20 to 30K an episode. Don't quote me on that one. And Housewives money is a little bit longer than Married to Medicine money. Now, obviously, majority of the cast on Married to Medicine holds a doctor title or is married to someone who holds a doctor title, so they have a very good coin on their own. But Housewives money, I think, is probably a little bit longer, but I don't want to segregate on that. Both shows are amazing, especially Married to Medicine. This year has been eating ROA and RHOP up easily. So my theory is Kenya is pretty much confirmed. Phaedra is gonna go on season 16 of Atlanta, along with Portia, Sheree. Those are gonna be the core four. They'll probably ask back Marlo and Drew as maybe friends or housewives, and then they'll add 2 newbies and maybe throw back Kim Zolciak into the mix, because Kim is going to be the whirlwind tornado that is going to really wrap it all up nicely with her mess that is going on in her life. Obviously, wish her all the best, but Kim is great TV. Love her or hate her. But anyways, tell me what you think about Phaedra probably maybe eventually returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Would you be here for it or would you not? Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell down below so you do not miss out on any other news surrounding Roa's Sweet 16. And I'll make sure to see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.